I love this song right here. It's from a soul artist named Donnie. Just listen to a little bit of the lyrics. I'm about to upload this for you guys. Welcome to the colored section. Welcome to the Negro League. Sign your name on the blacklist and all this. It's American history. See what it is. Y'all like that, huh? I thought y'all check it out. I got loads and loads of books I have just been reading. I ride the train and I read. I ride the train and I read. So I'm about to discuss a few of those with you guys. I got to think about 6 or 7 more people. I'll make 200 subscribers. So I'm urging you, if you are watching this, subscribe. Your friend invitations is fine, but I'm trying to get some more subscribers. I have thousands of people that watch my videos, hundreds of people that have watched my book reviews. Why you don't click on and subscribe if you like it? I can keep it coming to you, but I just need to really see y'all support. So subscribe out there, or I'm gonna just have to end this channel, start anew. Maybe we'll come up with some better ideas. But anyways, I read another Carl Weber book, Married Men. Married Men was good. You see, it was a thick read. Married Men was about 4 gentlemen that were friends since childhood, and they and their like trials and tribulations throughout their marriage. How in the beginning everything is all good. You have your one that can't stop being a player. You have your one that's married to has in an interracial relationship. You have the one that's always been punked and was single for a long time. Then he gets married to the wrong woman. And then you have the one that's marriage was supposed to be all good, but somehow his wife not minding her business leads to them. The wife has a problem with all the friends, and for her, due to her not minding her business, he kind of loses his friendship and his failed marriage. Well, after they all fail, it kind of brings it all to a close and brings out how you can go out there and you can find and seek and search for something new, but what you had at home will always be dear to you, especially if you have children involved. A lot of them had children involved. A lot of them, they even brushed up on counseling. I mean, interracial dating. I mean, this book was a very solid. One of his characters, Will, in here was in a previous book that I read called, I think it was Player Haters, which I didn't like. But it kind of bring me back to that character, and now I can understand a little bit of the root of that character. I like how he brings some of these people back into his books and keeps them flowing, so that way when you read them, you're familiar with at least 1 or 2 of the characters. I really like this book. It's called Married Men. It's by Carl Weber. It's a very solid read. I give it maybe 3 out of 5 books. It was pretty good. Get that out the glare. Passion Marks by Lee Hayes. Lee Hayes is one of those writers that was introduced by Zane. A lot of people know Zane. She writes like, I would say black erotica, romance novels, but really erotica. She off the chain. I can't read a Zane book, as y'all see from my previous videos. When you read a little bit of Zane, you need a glass of that Chablis. Little of that Chablis champagne, and get a little bubble bath and read that alone. It ain't one of those ones where you read and you're like, you could just read casually because she's so descriptive. Well, I was really surprised. I bought Lee Hayes. I'd seen this one at a conference, and I picked it up, and I didn't really read. I just scooped it up, and I started to read, and then I realized this was actually it was actually about gay men. The the main character falls in love with this, well, he loses his brother, he's his twin brother, to an accident that he thought he caused, which brings him into deep depression, where he meets this guy who was totally not good for him. And once he's so deep into it, because he's regretful of that, thinking that he caused his brother's death, that this relationship actually turns into an abusive relationship. And a lot of people, when they think of men or gay relationships, they don't really put in an abusive factor that can happen in those, because you're thinking you're talking about two men, but it can happen. And this book was good from A to Z. I don't care where you are, if you're not into whatever. This book was a very good read for people that are in this. I mean, there's people out here that exist. It got so crazy that, and the man got so crazy and obsessive that at the end he took his own. Well, I can't say that. I'm not going to give the book away. He really went after this dude. It was one of those, if I can't have you, nobody will. And they survived because I picked this up. The sequel, called A Deeper Blue Passion Marks by Lee Hayes. This was good. This now included, this one has a little bit of bisexuality in it. It has some female characters who one character, the main character, gets eluded by. He has a stripper girlfriend. He's really a very good looking guy. I'm guessing he's so good looking that he can pretty much take advantage of women and men. It doesn't matter whoever he can pimp at that time. Well, he runs into the right one, which happens to be a character from the previous book. And he's now, it just crosses the relationships and brings them both together. This book ended so good that I think there might be a 3. Lee Hayes, if you are out there, write part 3. I couldn't put none of these books down. I know the woman character got her revenge from this one, so that's also a plot in this one. But you can't read one without the other. So, cop the Passion Marks and A Deeper Blue Passion Marks 2 by Lee Hayes. Excellent, 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 excellent. I'm so not done. One more. Reign of a Hustler. See, she wrote, Shorty, good looking on the book. So I must have got this at some book fair. And supported this local artist, because everybody's a starving artist, and if we don't support them, nobody will. That's why I urge people to go out and cop these books. Amazon.com, you can get them real cheap, but if you can, go into your local Barnes & Nobles, go into your local book Borders, and cop the book, yo. It is... These books bring, these are how people feed their families, and it's become such a read. When I tell you read these books, you won't keep putting them, you'll keep buying, and once you get familiar with certain authors, you like to get more from them like I do. Well, I'm hoping she writes another one, because this book was good, was very, 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 very good. This was about a guy that had it all made. He had it all made, man. His name was Q. And he had all this dough and all this kind of stuff, and then it comes into where he's about to fall. And he falls in love with this girl, and of course this girl plays this part. He falls in love with this girl, and when they can't manage on the money itself, that their relationship takes a big strain, and it turns like loophole back. And she really brought me back because, I'm from Camden, New Jersey, so the Philadelphia area, the Delaware Valley is what they call it. She takes me back to Philadelphia, man, in this book, and it just took me back to some of the neighborhoods she talked about. But it's a real authentic hood love story, and it is excellent. Excellent. She does each chapter by going to each person, and you can see what they feel like. If you see, she'll go in here, and let me point out what I'm talking about. Like, you see how it says here in this part, it'll say Imani. So she'll bring it to that character and all they're going through, and then she'll bring it to the other person's character, so you can see what each person is thinking, and not like a third-party fashion where they're conversing with each other, but as each individual chapter rolls along, and I like that. I really, really, really like that. Carl Weber did that in The Married Men a little bit, but this really, really showed that style of writing, and I liked it. Well, people, I'm going. I'm Shorty Rock. I'm hot. It's hot down here in the South. I'm about to go eat me some biscottis that I'm making my special sauce. It's burning back there, you know. But subscribe, and read these books and support these artists and let me know what you think after you wrote it, and I will give you your feedback. And if you want me to read something out there, you let me know. Don't be afraid to hit me up, hit my inbox. I check it every couple of days, and I'm gonna keep y'all posted. I'm also reading some new books, and I got some Terry Woods. I'm about to get into True to the Game 3. I know I'm late, but I've got to get into it, so I'm gotta read a little bit back on part 2, then I'm gonna get back at it. All right, y'all. This is me, Shorty, signing out. Deuces.